The Furious 2026. A father hears the words that destroy his world. Your daughter has been taken. He rushes to the police, begging for help. But instead of justice, he finds corruption. Instead of protection, he finds betrayal. Now there's only one question. How far would you go to save your child? Would you obey the law? Or would you become the law? Today's movie is The Furious 2026, one of the most explosive martial arts action films of the year. Directed by Kenji Tanigaki, the legendary action choreographer behind some of Asia's greatest fight sequences, this film combines breathtaking combat, emotional storytelling, and a relentless search for justice. Stay until the end because we'll break down every major moment, uncover hidden details, explain the ending, and reveal the deeper meaning behind this unforgettable action thriller. Let's begin. Every great action movie starts with a hero. But The Furious doesn't begin by showing us a superhero. It begins with a father. A man named Wang Wei. He's not rich. He's not famous. He's not a trained soldier leading an army. He's simply a father whose entire life revolves around one person. His daughter. That ordinary life is destroyed in a single moment when a ruthless criminal organization kidnaps her. In seconds, his peaceful world becomes a nightmare. Every parent fears receiving a phone call that changes everything. For Wang Wei, under mysterious circumstances. Unlike everyone else, Naveen refused to stop asking questions. His investigation slowly uncovers a terrifying criminal network responsible for disappearances, kidnappings. Xie Miao portrays Wang Wei as a father pushed beyond his limits. He doesn't fight because he enjoys violence. He fights because he has no other choice. Joe Taslim brings calm intelligence and determination to Naveen. Together, they create a partnership built not on friendship, but on shared pain. One wants to save his daughter. The other wants the truth. Both are willing to risk everything. Beneath the action, the movie explores powerful themes. A parent's mirrors Wang Wei's. Both men refuse to accept silence. Why their partnership matters. Movies often create partnerships through coincidence. The Furious gives its partnership emotional depth. Wang Wei and Naveen are connected by pain. One has lost his daughter. The other has lost his wife. Both have been important throughout the story. Following the first lead, Naveen uncovers information pointing toward one of the criminal organization's safe locations. Instead of rushing in recklessly, they spend time observing the area. The more dangerous the truth becomes. Knowledge becomes a weapon, but it also becomes a burden. Because once someone learns the truth, they become a target. Wang Wei's transformation. Earlier in the movie, Wang Wei reacted emotionally. Now he begins thinking strategically. He studies his opponents. He plans before attacking. He understands that charging into every fight could cost innocent lives. This evolution is important. The movie isn't simply making him acting less like a desperate father, and more like someone capable of defeating a powerful criminal organization. The action has meaning. One reason the fight scenes feel satisfying is because they always move the story forward. The action is never included simply to entertain. Every confrontation reveals information. Every victory uncovers another clue. Every defeat teaches Wang Wei something new. The violence always has a purpose. No turning back. This is no longer a rescue mission. It has become a final battle between a father's love and an organization built on fear. A father who refuses to quit. Throughout the movie, Wang Wei has suffered physically and emotionally. He has been injured. He has been betrayed. He has watched every lead become more dangerous than the last. Most people would have given up long ago. But Wang Wei refuses. Not because he believes victory is guaranteed, but because giving up would mean abandoning his daughter. This determination is what makes him such a compelling hero. True courage is continuing to fight when the odds are against you. The enemy makes its final move. The criminal organization understands one thing. As long as Wang Wei is alive, he will never stop searching. That makes him their greatest threat. Instead of hiding, the organization prepares for one final confrontation. Every remaining fighter is called in. Security is increased. Escape routes are secured. The villains are no longer acting with confidence. For the first time, they are afraid. Because one determined man has shaken an empire. Naveen's greatest contribution. While Wang Wei prepares for battle, Naveen completes the investigation that has driven him from the beginning. They used to stay silent. The final assault. When Wang Wei finally enters the enemy's stronghold, the atmosphere immediately changes. There are no shortcuts. No easy victories. Every hallway feels dangerous. Every door could hide another enemy. The tension builds slowly before exploding into one of the movie's biggest action sequences. This battle is different from the earlier fights. Now every strike carries emotional weight. Every opponent standing before Wang Wei represents another obstacle between him and his daughter. The choreography becomes faster, more aggressive, more desperate. The audience can feel that everything is at stake. Why the action works. Many action final confrontation. Ending explained, hidden meaning, lessons, and final verdict. From the very beginning, this movie asked one simple but powerful question. How far would a father go to save his child? Now, after countless battles, painful sacrifices, and impossible choices, the story finally reaches its emotional conclusion. Let's break it all down. The final confrontation, every clue, every fight, every sacrifice, leads Wang Wei to the people responsible for destroying his life. This is not just another action scene. It is the emotional payoff for everything the audience has witnessed. Unlike many action movies where the hero fights simply to defeat the villain, Wang Wei fights for something his journey. He has become stronger, smarter, more patient, more strategic. Every lesson from the earlier parts of the movie helps him survive the final confrontation. This gives the climax emotional and narrative weight. Victory is the result of growth, not luck. The meaning behind Wang Wei's journey. At the beginning of the movie, Wang Wei believed justice belonged to the authorities. When the system failed him, he lost that belief. But by the end of the story, he discovers something different. Justice is not simply about punishment. It is about protecting innocent lives. His journey transforms him from an ordinary father into someone willing to sacrifice everything for those he loves. The movie never celebrates violence. Instead, it shows violence as the terrible price paid when justice disappears. Naveen's story comes full circle. Naveen's role is just as important as Wang Wei's. Throughout the film, he proves that information can be just as powerful as physical strength. His investigation exposes the truth that powerful criminals worked so hard to hide. Without him, Wang Wei would never have reached the people truly responsible. The movie reminds us that every hero does not carry a weapon. Some fight with courage, others fight with truth. Both are equally important. Hidden meanings you might have missed. One of the hidden messages in The Furious is that fear is the criminal's greatest weapon. The organization survives because ordinary people become afraid to speak. Witnesses remain silent. Victims lose hope. Corrupt individuals believe nobody will challenge them. Wang Wei changes that. By refusing to surrender, he breaks the cycle of fear. One brave person can inspire many others. The real villain. Although the movie has many dangerous criminals, the true enemy is not one individual. The real villain is corruption. Corruption allows criminals to operate freely. Corruption destroys trust. Corruption prevents justice from reaching innocent people. By focusing on this larger problem, the movie becomes more than an action thriller. It becomes a story about society itself. Themes of the movie. Throughout its runtime, The Furious explores several important themes. Family is worth protecting. Love gives people strength beyond their limits. Justice sometimes requires extraordinary courage. Truth is one of the strongest weapons against corruption. Fear only wins when people stop resisting it. These themes make the movie emotionally powerful as well as entertaining. What makes The Furious stand out? Many martial arts films impress audiences with action alone. The Furious succeeds because it combines outstanding fight choreography with genuine emotional storytelling. The action serves the story. The characters feel human. The villains feel dangerous. The pacing remains tense. And every major conflict has meaningful consequences. This balance makes the movie memorable long after the credits roll. Lessons from The Furious 2026. Lesson 1. Never underestimate the strength of a parent's love. Lesson 2. Justice becomes difficult when corruption controls the system. Lesson 3. Courage is continuing to move forward even when fear tells you to stop. Lesson 4. Truth is powerful, but it often comes with great personal sacrifice. Lesson 5. Real heroes are ordinary people who refuse to abandon those they love. Final verdict. Story. 9.5/10. Action. 10 out of 10. Fight choreography. 10 out of 10. Acting. 9.4/10. Cinematography. Pacing. 9.4/10. Overall rating. 9.6/10. If you enjoy martial arts films with realistic action, emotional storytelling, and strong character development, The Furious 2026 is definitely worth watching. It delivers intense combat without losing sight of the human emotions that drive the story, making it both thrilling and meaningful. That brings us to the end of our complete analysis of The Furious 2026. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more in-depth movie analyses, hidden details, ending explanations, and storytelling insights, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next movie analysis.